I gotta ask because, we seen the movie Taken,
Right,
and it's like you like a 2025 Liam Neeson or something.
right.
When we see a movie like Taken where a young girl from America goes across overseas and literally gets taken, how true do these stories and how often do these stories actually play out that the average U.S. citizen doesn't hear about?
Right, right. So that's a fantastic question. It's 100% true. So I'm aware of locations where there's probably active auctions going on right now for females. Uh, the younger, the better at those auctions. If you're a virgin, you pitch more money. Uh, if you're a brunette, you gonna get more money for whoever that is. That's definitely real. Human trafficking is a 100+ billion-dollar a year business just here in the United States. So imagine a place like Mauritania where legally they didn't abolish slavery until the late 80s. It's still going on right now. Uh, what I always pay close attention to is in the movie Taken, there was a spotter at the airport that spotted the young lady and her friend. One girl followed the protocols as best she could, her friend, not so much. They entice people with the thought of being able to go to a party for free, ride in a nice car, and experience these things, and you just never get heard from again. Because I can tell you an interesting story where a guy travels down to Mexico. He was under the premise that his daughter was going to audition for a TV show down there for child actors. He got there, there was about 50 other children there for the audition. They had all of the parents come out to the area where they could all eat and drink and stuff like that. And when they came back to the room where the children were, they were all gone.
When you see a situation where, everybody got social media, they'll see, a car pull up, a guy jump out, try to grab a kid and run to the car, they might thwart it, or they might, he might become successful. Was this always the play, or social media just brought it to our eyes to where people are so blatant where they'll just pull up right around the school and just grab a child and just take off? Is it always been like that?
So it has always been like that. It used to happen directly in hospitals where toddlers will get taken at that stage and then be sold. It's always been like that. The onset of social media, Ring cameras and surveillance systems being everywhere. Now you're able to see this type of stuff. I've been seeing reports and little recordings and audio visual about this type of stuff for a long time. And, every 40 seconds somebody's getting kidnapped.
Do you feel the ratio of kidnapping between young boys versus young girls, that girls are probably a higher target, or do you see a higher tick in boys?
It's definitely a higher tick in boys over the last 7 years. That I will say. There were two guys just sentenced to 100 years in prison because they were a homosexual couple, two gentlemen. They adopted two boys, and they pretty much were pimping those boys out to pedophile networks. And that's the way these networks are able to operate with impunity, because they stick together, they work together, they all know each other, they use signs and symbols. So you'll go to a place thinking you're going to the Chinese buffet and you just finna hang out and kick it. You will see a little logo on the table and you see 15 people at that table, they all pedophiles.